I don't know how they keep doing it, but PlayStation just made another terrible mistake in not telling us every single thing about their newest price hike. There's another price hike that's going in tangent with this, and they didn't say anything about it. So today, I'm going to go over exactly what this price hike is, how it's different to the last ones, and where exactly it applies, and every single thing you'd need to know about. Alright, let's get started. So first off, what we need to understand is, what did PlayStation actually tell us, so we know what they actually lied about. So what PlayStation did is they posted a statement on X which says, starting May 20th, PlayStation Plus prices for new customers will increase in select regions. Due to ongoing market conditions, prices will start at $10.99 USD, €9.99, and £7.79 for 1 month subscriptions, and $27.99, €27.99, and £21.99 for 3 month subscriptions. This price change does not apply to current subscribers, except in Turkey and India, which I'll get into later, unless the existing subscription changes or lapses. Now, this PlayStation Plus price increase, it only mentions the Essential tier. If you didn't know already, the Essential tier was in dollars, $9.99 for the 1 month, and it was $24.99 for 3 month tier previously. As I said, PlayStation has only talked about the Essential tier. So, if it was you or me, I'd probably assume that only the Essential tier was getting the increase, and it's only $1 increase, which isn't too bad. It could be worse, but the big problem is that they've been hiding a lot from you. And what they hid from you is actually that it's not just the Essential tier getting the price increases, it's the Extra and the Premium tier also getting respective price increases. So, in dollars, the Essential tier will be going up on their 1 month from $14.99 to $16.99, and on their 3 month from $39.99 to $43.99, which is a sizable increase. Although it's not like a $4 increase or something crazy like that, it is an increase, and it is a notable increase in the way that this won't be the last time they probably increase their prices. If you've been keeping up with PlayStation recently, you would probably know that they've also increased the price on their PlayStation 5, as they say, always due to market conditions, and now this is their hike for the tiers of the PlayStation subscription. So the PlayStation, which used to be a massively affordable option, especially when Xbox increased their prices last year, is now becoming quite a bit more expensive console. I believe it is still the more affordable console in its entirety, but it is still on its way to becoming the more expensive option. Now, I don't think this will be the last price hike, so it really worries me to see what they're doing with these tiers, and I personally wouldn't be surprised if their tiers got more expensive. Now, continuing, I haven't mentioned the Premium tier yet, but that has gone from on its 1 month to $17.99 to $19.99, and on its 3 month, $49.99 to $54.99. Now, if you'll notice very quickly, they don't mention the 12 month tier. If you are curious as to why that is, yes, it is a very, very, very obvious reason. And that is because they want you to buy the 12 month tier so that you feel like you're getting the best bang for your buck. When in reality, nothing has changed. It is just a ploy to get you to buy. And if you don't believe that, the other massive part of this change will really just tell you that plain. Okay, it will really just tell you that straight up that, man, these guys are just trying to get you to buy. And obviously that's their goal, but this is a bit scummy. Here is the biggest part. They did mention this, so this isn't something they've hidden from you, but it is really important to note that if you buy any of these tiers before the price increase went in, the original price increase was set to go in on the 20th, so the window for that has now passed. But what's really bad is that they will keep your subscription at the exact same price as long as, in their words, the existing subscription doesn't change or lapse. So this is really important, because if you keep your subscription now, you're not going to lose any money. Do you want to know why? Because you're not paying the higher prices. You'll be still on this $9.99 price if you're in the Essential tier for 1 month without going to the $10.99 tier, as long as you keep your subscription active. If you were to change to the Extra tier, which is originally $14.99, you wouldn't get that price. You would get the new price, which is $16.99. The same way, if you swap to the 3 month plan for the Essential tier, instead of being at $24.99 like it used to be, you'd be at $27.99, which is the new price, which is what they mean by changes or lapses. And they have given us no elaboration for this except for what they always say, which is ongoing market conditions. Now, with the PlayStation console, I can see the price increase because of everything that's going on with the market sort of pivoting towards AI and less resources being available for these gaming companies to release their hardware. So I can kind of see that, but this price increase is just pretty scummy to say the least. It's not like Xbox where they change stuff on it depending. If they increase the prices, they're gonna a lot of the time give you more. If they decrease the prices like they just did, they will take something away. Like they just took away COD because they changed the prices and made them go lower. So PlayStation has literally done none of that. They have just increased the prices, standing rate with no added benefits, because you know what they know? You're going to buy it anyway. Maybe not you watching, but a lot of people are going to buy this tier because they're diehard PlayStation fans, and the $1 difference for the, the essential 1 month tier isn't gonna be that big of a deal for them. And you know what PlayStation's probably gonna do? Increase the prices again at a later date. I would be very surprised if the price of the essential tier isn't $12.99 by the end of the year, but I could be wrong, and hopefully I am. But as I see it now, it just seems like they're gonna keep increasing it because people aren't gonna notice these small little price increases until it's too late and they realize that prices have gone up 33%, if it reaches that $12.99 like I just mentioned. When it comes to the existing subscription lapsing or changing, if you are in India or Turkey, this will not apply to you, as you will instantly get the price change the moment your next month when the subscription comes. So it does seem that you guys are guaranteed to be paying this higher price no matter what you do, which does sort of suck. So that pretty much wraps it up for what Sony's done with this price hike, and it is pretty scary to be a PlayStation fan these days because PlayStation is just making bad decision after bad decision, and it is getting harder and harder to sort of defend what they're doing, especially when you see price hikes like this. And the fact that if you've been a PlayStation fan, I'm sure you would have noticed that the tiers of the PlayStation Plus are getting pretty neglected, which is quite sad to see. And PlayStation, as usual, hasn't really told us anything, and we have nothing to go off. They haven't given us any justification for these prices, no releases to the press, no blog posts, no X posts, no nothing you see that you would expect them to post, they've posted about. But I want to see what you think about the situation. Is PlayStation being overly scummy again, or is there an actual reason behind this? Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and if this video was helpful to you, could you consider liking, subscribing, so I know that this content is working for you guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.